You could live 30 more years after 65. Try doing this in the morning. Many individuals, particularly those who have reached the milestone of 65, often find themselves contemplating the perception that life is drawing to a close. This sentiment is widespread, leading many to believe they are nearing their final chapter. However, the reality, supported by scientific understanding of the human body's design, suggests a much longer potential lifespan, easily exceeding 100 years. At 65, one has, in fact, barely surpassed the midpoint of their projected healthy life. The human heart, a remarkable organ, possesses the capacity to beat another billion times, and the brain retains its incredible ability to generate new cells throughout life. Furthermore, our muscles are capable of rebuilding themselves, becoming even stronger than they were in our 40s. The primary impediment to reaching this full potential isn't an inherent inability of the body to function optimally for longer periods. Rather, it is the ingrained habits that signal to the body that it is time to cease its efforts in repair and rejuvenation. A groundbreaking, decade-long study conducted by scientists at Harvard University, which meticulously tracked the health and habits of over 44,000 adults aged 60 and above, yielded astonishing insights. The research revealed that individuals who incorporated just 6 simple morning routines into their daily lives experienced a remarkable extension of their lifespan, living up to an additional 30 years. This extension wasn't merely about quantity of years, but also about quality, characterized by significantly sharper memory, stronger leg muscles, and a pronounced reduction in the visible signs of aging. 30 extra years achieved not through expensive pharmaceuticals or intricate medical interventions, but through the conscious choices made at the very beginning of each day. The fundamental truth is that our bodies are remarkably attuned to our intentions upon waking. The initial 60 minutes after opening our eyes serve as a critical period, dictating whether our cells embark on a path of repair and regeneration or begin to break down. When the day commences with the consumption of sugar, exposure to excessive stress, or a lack of physical activity, the body interprets these as signals of distress, triggering a protective response that effectively halts the healing processes. Conversely, initiating the day with deliberate, positive actions activates an inherent longevity mechanism within the body, promoting the continuous opening of arteries, the maintenance of muscle strength, and sustained energy levels throughout the day. This video aims to illuminate 6 scientifically validated morning habits that possess the power to not only extend your life well beyond the age of 65, but also to make your body feel decades younger. A special focus will be placed on habit number 2, which has been demonstrated to initiate a cellular repair process that some researchers have likened to an internal fountain of youth. All the supporting scientific references and study details are readily available in the description section of this video. Before we delve into the specifics, we encourage you to share your current age and your location in the comments below. We are genuinely invested in reading and responding to every single comment. Now, let us commence with habit number 6, a practice that many of us may be inadvertently performing incorrectly every single morning. Habit number 5, consume 16 ounces of room temperature water immediately upon waking. Ingesting 16 ounces of water at room temperature before any other substance touches your lips can contribute to an additional 7 years of life, according to a compelling study from the National Institute on Aging. This extensive research followed over 11,000 adults for a quarter of a century. During sleep, our bodies naturally lose approximately 2 pounds of water through respiration and perspiration. Consequently, we awaken with blood that is significantly thicker and more viscous than maple syrup, placing an additional 23% strain on our heart to effectively pump it through our veins. The study's findings revealed that individuals who drank 2 full glasses of water immediately upon waking experienced a 41% reduction in heart attacks and a 37% decrease in strokes. This seemingly simple act of hydration effectively thins the blood within minutes, alleviating the considerable stress on the cardiovascular system for the remainder of the day. In contrast, many seniors opt for coffee first thing in the morning, a choice that can be likened to pouring acid onto a parched sponge. Caffeine is a diuretic, meaning it further dehydrates the body and can trigger a stress response, causing cortisol levels to spike at a time when they should naturally be declining. Martha, for instance, had long suffered from morning dizziness, a condition her doctor eventually attributed to her extremely thick blood, which was impeding proper circulation to her brain. However, after consistently drinking water first thing in the morning for just 3 weeks, her vertigo completely vanished. The temperature of the water also plays a crucial role. Room temperature water is absorbed into the body approximately 40% faster than cold water. This is because the body does not need to expend valuable energy warming it up, allowing for quicker hydration and more prompt optimal functioning of internal organs. Scientists have discovered that chronic dehydration in the morning can, over time, lead to a reduction in brain tissue volume, a phenomenon that often results in memory problems and cognitive decline, which individuals mistakenly attribute solely to the aging process. Our kidneys, responsible for filtering an astounding 200 quarts of blood daily, operate with significantly greater efficiency when properly hydrated. This enhanced function aids in the removal of toxins that would otherwise accumulate and potentially damage every organ in the body. It is essential that the water be plain, devoid of any flavorings or carbonation, as these additives can impede absorption and potentially irritate the lining of an empty stomach. This single habit alone has been shown to reduce the risk of colon cancer by an impressive 45% and bladder cancer by 50%. The mechanism behind this is straightforward. Water effectively flushes out carcinogens before they have the opportunity to adhere to the walls of our organs. If plain water seems unappealing, a small squeeze of fresh lemon can provide a boost of vitamin C and stimulate digestive enzymes without compromising the hydration process. The timing of water consumption is paramount. It is advisable to drink water at least 30 minutes prior to consuming breakfast. This interval allows for complete absorption and prevents the dilution of stomach acid, which is crucial for efficient digestion. As we age, our body's ability to recognize thirst diminishes. This means that by the time we actually feel thirsty, we are already in a state of dangerous dehydration, and our cells have been undergoing damage for several hours. However, the significance of the next habit is often underestimated, especially when it is integrated with proper hydration. Habit number 4, obtain 10 minutes of direct, natural sunlight on your face. Exposing your face to direct sunlight within 10 minutes of waking, simply by opening your curtains, can effectively reset your biological age by up to 5 years. This remarkable finding comes from a pioneering study conducted at Johns Hopkins, which assessed cellular aging markers in 3,000 participants. Our eyes contain specialized cells known as intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells. These cells do not contribute to our visual perception, but instead transmit direct signals to the brain's master clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus. This central regulator governs the release of every hormone in the body for the subsequent 24 hours. When morning light encounters these cells, it triggers an immediate 50% decrease in melatonin levels and a corresponding 35% increase in cortisol. This hormonal shift is precisely what the body requires to initiate wakefulness and commence the essential process of repairing cellular damage sustained during the night. The research indicated that seniors who consistently received at least 10 minutes of morning sunlight experienced a 43% improvement in sleep quality, a 38% reduction in depressive symptoms, and, most notably, their telomeres, the protective caps on our chromosomes that are key determinants of biological age, were significantly longer compared to those who remained in dim indoor lighting. Without adequate morning light exposure, our circadian rhythm tends to shift later each day. This desynchronization is a primary reason why many seniors find themselves wide awake in the early hours of the morning, only to experience profound exhaustion in the afternoon. This disrupted pattern accelerates cognitive decline and increases the risk of dementia by an alarming 58%. Natural morning light is approximately 1,000 times more potent than indoor lighting in calibrating our biological clock. Furthermore, it stimulates the production of vitamin D in our skin, a vital nutrient that cannot be fully replaced by supplements, regardless of what the packaging may claim. Robert, for example, noticed a complete eradication of his afternoon fatigue once his wife began opening their bedroom curtains immediately upon waking, a practice that replaced their former habit of keeping them closed until midday. The intensity of the light is not as crucial as its nature. Even the diffused light of a cloudy day is 10 times more effective than artificial indoor bulbs in triggering the necessary biological responses. As we age, our retinas become less sensitive to light, meaning that we require more exposure than younger individuals to achieve the same beneficial effects. Paradoxically, most seniors tend to do the opposite, spending less time outdoors. Morning light also plays a significant role in stimulating the production of serotonin, the body's natural mood enhancer. This explains why individuals residing in nursing homes with east-facing windows, which receive ample morning sun, exhibit a 67% lower incidence of depression compared to those in rooms facing north. The timing of this exposure is absolutely critical. Light exposure occurring after 10x a.m. does not yield the same benefits because our cortisol levels have already peaked and our body has missed its optimal window for synchronizing its daily rhythms. If stepping outside is not feasible, at least opening a window can be beneficial, as glass filters out some of the light wavelengths that are essential for proper brain activation. Artificial blue light emitted from phones and tablets serves as an inadequate substitute. In fact, it can further disrupt our circadian rhythm because it lacks the full spectrum of wavelengths present in natural sunlight. When morning light exposure is combined with the subsequent habit, a synergistic effect is created, which researchers suggest can effectively turn back our biological clock by an entire decade. Before we proceed, if you are finding this information valuable, we kindly ask you to like this video and ensure you are subscribed with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on future empowering health tips. Habit number 3, consume 30 grams of complete protein within 90 minutes of waking. Consuming 30 grams of complete protein within 90 minutes of waking can be instrumental in preventing the muscle loss that tragically claims more senior lives than heart disease. This conclusion is drawn from extensive research conducted at the University of Texas, which studied 2,500 adults over the age of 60 for a period of 8 years. The sobering reality is that after the age of 60, individuals experience a loss of 3% of their muscle mass each year. Once muscle mass drops below a critical threshold, the risk of falling escalates by a staggering 400%. Tragically, a single fall after the age of 65 carries a 30% chance of mortality within the subsequent year. The researchers observed that seniors who prioritized their protein intake in the morning maintained 73% more muscle mass compared to those who consume the majority of their protein later in the day, typically at dinner. This phenomenon occurs because morning protein consumption initiates a process known as muscle protein synthesis at a time when the body is optimally primed for tissue building and repair. Most individuals over 65 consume less than 15 grams of protein for breakfast, often opting for simple carbohydrates like toast or cereal. This dietary pattern signals the body to begin breaking down its own muscle tissue to obtain essential amino acids, effectively leading to a state of self-cannibalization. Our stomach acid and digestive enzymes are naturally at their strongest in the morning, following an overnight fast. This heightened digestive capability means we absorb protein approximately 40% more efficiently at breakfast than at dinner, when digestion is typically slower. The type of protein consumed is of immense importance. Complete proteins, which contain all 9 essential amino acids, such as those found in eggs, Greek yogurt, or lean meats, stimulate muscle synthesis by 50% more effectively than incomplete proteins derived solely from grains or vegetables. Sarah's doctor was astounded when her bone density improved after she began eating 3 eggs every morning. He hadn't initially realized that protein not only builds muscle, but also fortifies the bone matrix, thereby reducing the risk of fractures. The 30-gram threshold is significant because research indicates that consuming less than this amount does not sufficiently trigger muscle protein synthesis to counteract age-related muscle breakdown. Conversely, the aging body is not capable of efficiently processing more than 30 grams of protein in a single sitting. Timing is, therefore, everything. Delaying protein intake beyond 90 minutes after waking means missing the body's prime anabolic window, a period when growth hormone levels are naturally elevated and muscles are most receptive to nutrient absorption. For individuals following a plant-based diet, it is important to note that they require approximately 25% more protein to achieve the same muscle-building effects as those consuming animal protein. This translates to roughly 38 to 40 grams for vegetarians or vegans. The addition of just 10 grams of collagen protein can be particularly beneficial for maintaining joint cartilage and skin elasticity, with studies showing a 68% reduction in joint pain among seniors who consumed it daily for 12 weeks. Our bodies do not store protein in the same way they store fat or carbohydrates. This means that skipping morning protein intake forces the body to cannibalize its own muscle tissue to perform essential functions. When morning protein consumption is combined with resistance exercises, even as simple as rising from a chair 10 times, muscle synthesis can be further enhanced by an additional 85%, creating a potent anti-aging effect that no supplement can replicate. However, the subsequent habit is so profoundly impactful that it has been shown to reverse aging at the genetic level, a feat that scientists considered impossible just 5 years ago. Habit number 2, perform 60 seconds of single-leg balance exercises. Engaging in just 60 seconds of balance exercises before breakfast can dramatically reduce the risk of fatal falls by 86% and has been shown to reverse age-related brain shrinkage. This conclusion is based on a landmark study conducted by the Mayo Clinic, which monitored 4,000 seniors for a decade. Standing on one leg for a mere 30 seconds each morning compels the brain to activate neural pathways that typically begin to deteriorate after the age of 50. This process effectively rebuilds the crucial connections between the brain and muscles that are essential for preventing the devastating falls that send an estimated 3 million seniors to emergency rooms annually. The researchers made an extraordinary discovery. Seniors who regularly participated in daily balance exercises showed growth of new gray matter in their hippocampus and cerebellum. These are precisely the brain regions that typically shrink with age, contributing to both physical instability and memory loss. Our balance system is a complex interplay of 3 components: vision, the inner ear, and proprioception, our body's sense of its own position in space. For effective balance, these systems must function in perfect harmony. Without consistent daily practice, these systems cease to communicate effectively, which explains why individuals can transition from walking with ease to suddenly falling without any apparent warning. The study revealed that participants who were unable to stand on one leg for even 10 seconds had an 84% higher risk of stroke or death within the subsequent 7 years, making this simple balance test a more accurate predictor of mortality than cholesterol levels or blood pressure. Balance exercises performed in the morning are approximately 300% more effective than those carried out later in the day. This enhanced efficacy is due to the fact that our vestibular system, responsible for balance, resets during sleep and is most amenable to training immediately after waking. Tom had long attributed his unsteadiness to old age until his physical therapist introduced him to morning balance exercises. Within 6 weeks, he found he could navigate uneven terrain without conscious thought. The profound benefits of balance training occur at the cellular level. This type of exercise triggers the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, often referred to as miracle growth for the brain. BDNF stimulates the generation of new neurons and provides protection for existing ones against age-related degeneration. Initiating this practice is straightforward. Stand near a wall or chair for support, lift one foot just an inch off the ground, and hold for 10 seconds. Then switch legs, gradually increasing the duration as your balance improves. Our brains are constantly making approximately 100,000 balance corrections per day, often without our conscious awareness. However, this sophisticated system requires continuous calibration. Otherwise, it effectively forgets how to maintain our upright posture. Incorporating simple head turns while balancing further amplifies the benefits by challenging the visual and vestibular systems, thereby strengthening the very reflexes that prevent falls when we naturally turn our heads while walking. Improvements are often rapid, with most seniors experiencing measurable progress within just 7 days. Brain imaging studies have shown increased activity in balance-related regions after only 2 weeks of consistent practice. Balance training also fortifies the small stabilizer muscles surrounding our ankles, knees, and hips, which tend to atrophy with age. These muscles are critically important for preventing sudden falls that can occur when we misstep or encounter unexpected obstacles. Research indicates that morning balance exercises can improve reaction time by 40%, providing those crucial extra milliseconds needed to regain stability when stumbling. However, as impactful as balance training is, the number one habit we will discuss is so potent that it makes all the other habits appear comparatively less significant. Habit number 1, practice. 10 rounds of the 4-7-8 deep breathing technique. Engaging in 10 deep breaths using the 4-7-8 technique immediately upon waking can add an estimated 15 years to your lifespan by reversing cellular aging at the DNA level. This assertion is supported by Nobel Prize-winning research that examined 5,000 participants across 5 different countries. This specific breathing pattern, inhaling for a count of 4, holding your breath for a count of 7, and exhaling for a count of 8, stimulates the vagus nerve. This stimulation triggers an immediate shift in the body, moving from a state of sympathetic stress to a parasympathetic state of repair. It is akin to flipping a switch that determines whether our cells will spend the day engaged in breakdown or building up. The researchers discovered that this breathing technique enhances telomerase activity by 43%. Telomerase is the enzyme responsible for rebuilding telomeres, those protective caps on our chromosomes that are key determinants of our lifespan and the quality of our aging process. The alarming reality is that the majority of individuals over 65 breathe primarily into the upper third of their lungs, resulting in them receiving 70% less oxygen than their bodies require. This chronic oxygen deprivation gradually suffocates their organs and accelerates the aging process in every single cell. When you practice the 4-7-8 breathing technique, the extended hold time during exhalation forces oxygen deep into the lower lobes of the lungs, where the most efficient gas exchange takes place. This process floods the bloodstream with approximately 40% more oxygen than typically achieved through normal breathing. The prolonged exhale profoundly activates the parasympathetic nervous system, leading to a significant reduction in blood pressure, often by an average of 10 points. It also decreases inflammatory markers by 35% and lowers cortisol, the primary aging hormone, by as much as 50% for the entire day. Centenarians in Japan have practiced similar breathing techniques for centuries. When Western scientists finally studied these remarkable individuals, they discovered that these superagers possessed telomeres characteristic of people 30 years their junior, along with 60% less cellular inflammation compared to their similarly aged peers. Margaret's cardiologist was on the verge of increasing her blood pressure medication until she began incorporating morning breathing exercises into her routine. Within just 3 weeks, her blood pressure readings dropped so significantly that he was able to remove one of her medications entirely. The crucial 7-second hold is vital because it allows for maximum oxygen absorption into the bloodstream. Simultaneously, the 8-second exhale ensures the complete expulsion of carbon dioxide, preventing the buildup of acidic compounds that can damage tissues and accelerate aging. Our lungs naturally lose approximately 40% of their capacity between the ages of 30 and 70. However, this breathing technique can help restore a significant portion of this lost lung function by reactivating dormant alveoli and improving the elasticity of lung tissue. The timing of this practice is immensely important. Performing this breathing exercise immediately upon waking before stress hormones have had a chance to flood the system establishes a calm baseline for the entire day. This preventative measure can avert the cascade of inflammatory responses that contribute to internal aging. Scientists have found that participants who consistently practice 10 rounds of the 4-7-8 breathing technique each morning experience 50% fewer heart attacks, a 45% reduction in cognitive decline, and remarkably, their cells exhibited biological markers of being 10 to 15 years younger than their chronological age. This technique also stimulates the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that plays a critical role in dilating blood vessels, thereby improving circulation to every organ in the body. This enhanced blood flow facilitates the delivery of essential nutrients while simultaneously aiding in the removal of metabolic waste products that accumulate overnight. Our breathing patterns have a direct influence on our heart rate variability, HRV, which is the variation in time between heartbeats. HRV is recognized as one of the strongest predictors of longevity. Morning breathing exercises have been shown to improve HRV by up to 85%. This remarkably simple practice incurs no cost, requires no special equipment, and takes less than 3 minutes to complete. Yet its impact is more profound than any anti-aging drug ever developed, as it fundamentally alters how our genes express themselves. These 6 morning habits work in synergy, each one amplifying the benefits of the others to create a profound biological transformation that can add decades of healthy, vibrant life after the age of 65. The water initiates the process by thinning our blood and preparing our cells for optimal function. The sunlight synchronizes our hormonal rhythms and activates vital vitamin D production. The protein works to rebuild our muscles and strengthen our bones. The balance training actively rewires our brain and serves as a crucial preventative measure against debilitating falls. And the deep breathing technique actively reverses cellular aging, while the overall movement ensures that all these vital systems are circulating efficiently. We encourage you to start with just one habit tomorrow morning. Gradually incorporate another habit each week. Within 6 weeks, you will have successfully established a morning routine that effectively turns back your biological clock. The decision you make tomorrow morning when your alarm sounds is not merely about how you will spend one day. It is about whether you will be thriving at 85 or merely surviving. It is about whether you will be exploring the world or confined to a nursing home. It is about whether you will be joyfully playing with your great-grandchildren or struggling to recall their names. Your future self is depending on the choices you make in the next 24 hours. You now possess the scientific blueprint to bestow upon yourself the invaluable gift of 30 additional years of healthy and fulfilling life. If you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to share them in the section below. Thank you for watching.